Today we need to talk about Joel Marshall because honestly, things are getting serious in Walford. If you've been watching recently, you'll know Joel's behavior has been spiraling, and next week, well, let's just say he's about to make some big choices. And not the kind you'd want your kids copying. Now, I want to walk you through what's coming up, how it's going to shake up the square, and why fans are already feeling a mix of anger, sadness, and just frustration at Joel. So first off, Joel's obsession with getting what he wants is driving him into risky territory. He's desperate for tickets to see his favorite influencer. We've all had crushes or obsessions with people online, right? But Joel isn't just a little starstruck, he's ignoring all the warnings from Ross and Vicki. Ross has been trying, bless him, to get through to his son. He's talking sense, trying to teach him boundaries, responsibility, the usual parental stuff. But Joel, he's in his own head and nothing else seems to matter. And this is where things start to go downhill. He ends up finding work wiping stolen phones for Harry Mitchell. Yep, stolen phones. For a teenager, that's a massive step into trouble. And it's not just about breaking the law. It's about Joel showing us that he's willing to cross lines that could hurt him and the people around him. Fans watching this are probably feeling a mix of horror and, no, here we go again. It's frustrating because we've seen the signs before, the misogyny, the temper, the little manipulations, and now it's fully coming to the surface. Next, Joel doesn't go solo. He ropes his mate Tommy Moon into the mess. And here's the kicker, it's not just petty stuff anymore. Tommy is horrified when he sees Joel losing it, getting nasty to Amy and Lily in the cafe. At this point, Joel's behavior isn't just teenage rebellion, it's actively hurting others. And Tommy's reaction is really telling because it shows the audience that even someone close to him is starting to see the danger. You can almost feel the tension in the square. The whole community is watching, and we're thinking, how far will this go before someone steps in? As a fan, this is tough to watch. You want to like Joel, or at least root for him to get back on track. But he's making it harder every episode, and the anger from viewers, it's real. This kid needs a serious wake-up call, energy in the comments sections. Now, we move into the fallout. Ravi Gulati finds out that Joel's been involved in Harry's dodgy dealings, and as you can imagine, he is not happy. And why would he be? Joel's history with Ivani and the online abuse he's thrown around makes him a ticking time bomb in the square. Fans are likely to feel conflicted here. On one hand, you get the justice angle. Ravi's anger is totally valid. On the other hand, you start thinking about Joel as a kid who's been let down, influenced by toxic online spaces, and maybe not fully understanding the consequences yet. This is the part of the story that really hits the moral question for viewers. Do we condemn Joel completely, or do we also worry about the environment that's shaping him? It's messy. And I have to say, EastEnders does this really well. You can't just pick a side easily, and that's why we keep watching. Then there's the cafe incident. Joel throws insults at Amy and Lily, and it's brutal. We're not talking mild teenage banter here. It's mean, cruel, and deliberately hurtful. And when you combine that with Tommy's shock and the earlier phone stealing gig, it's clear Joel's behavior is now spiraling out of control. Fans watching this will probably feel a mixture of anger and sadness. Anger because Joel is actively cruel, and sadness because deep down, we know this is a kid crying out for guidance and connection, but he's choosing the wrong ways to express it. This is the emotional beat that really hooks viewers. You feel tension, dread, and anticipation all at once. You're thinking, someone's going to have to intervene, or this is going to get worse. Before we move on to the next part, if you're loving these spoilers and fan insights, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next in Joel's storyline. Ross and Vicki do find out what Joel's been up to, and predictably, the confrontation doesn't go smoothly. Joel lashes out, making things worse, and leaving his parents at a total loss. This is where you start to see the real consequences of his choices. Ross and Vicki have been patient, but even their limits are being tested. And as fans, we start asking ourselves, how far can they go to try and save him? And what happens if he refuses to listen? It's also a gut punch for viewers who care about family dynamics. You feel for Ross and Vicki, but you also feel that frustration. Why can't he just see what he's doing wrong? That tension between family love and parental helplessness is classic EastEnders drama, and it hits hard here. Finally, let's speculate a bit. Joel is now fully embroiled in the square's criminal side. He's lost friends' trust, upset key characters, and is teetering on the edge of something much bigger. Will he face legal trouble? Will someone finally step in before things get completely out of hand? Or could this storyline take an even darker turn? Fans are already debating online. Some think he'll have a moment of realization, maybe a big apology or a redemption arc. Others are convinced Joel is heading for a proper downfall. And given the direction EastEnders has taken with troubled teens in the past, it wouldn't be surprising if we see him in real trouble sooner rather than later. Either way, it's emotionally gripping. Joel's story isn't just about teen rebellion, it's about choices, consequences, and how the people around him respond. And that's why we can't stop watching. So, there you have it. Joel Marshall is proving to be one of the most complicated, frustrating, and fascinating characters in Walford right now. From obsession and theft to cruelty and confrontation, his actions are shaking up the square and keeping fans glued to their screens. If you've got strong opinions about Joel, whether you want him to get back on track or think he's already gone too far, let me know in the comments.